നമസ്കാരം. അമേരിക്ക ടുഡേയിലെ ഇന്നത്തെ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് എല്ലാ മാന്യ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഞാൻ മെർലിൻ തോമസ്. ഈ പരിപാടി നിങ്ങൾക്കായി അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് ഗ്രോസേഴ്സ്, സ്റ്റാഫോർഡ്, ടെക്സസ്.
നമസ്കാരം. അമേരിക്ക ടുഡേയുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഞാൻ സുനന്ദ നായർ. ഇന്ന് നമ്മളുടെ അതിഥി the most beautiful, the most gorgeous, the most ravishing and the most coveted title, the Miss World 2008, none other than Parvathy Omanakuttan is here with us today. Hi Parvathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's really a pleasure having you here.
Same here.
And can you tell me, you are now in Houston, Texas, and what brings you to USA?
Well, I came here for a show in Tampa, Florida. I came here for the inauguration of MECF, and I was called here by Sugu uncle because he's been in touch with dad for a long time, and we met when we were in Bombay. And auntie is very sweet, and she treats me like her own daughter. So we came here because uncle called us, and I'm really happy.
And let me tell you, it's not just you. Shanta and Sugu are like very well-known couples here in Houston, and we all say the same feeling about them.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to have you here. And since you mentioned Bombay, you are born and brought up in Bombay, or?
No, I was born in Kerala. Changnasheri is where our hometown is. So I was born there, but brought up in Bombay because dad works with the Taj.
Okay.
And so after marriage, mom had shifted to Bombay.
Okay.
But dad had decided to go abroad and work. So mom was sent back to Kerala, and he was abroad. And when I was born, dad came to see me, and then he decided that he's not going back. He's going to stay here.
Okay.
So that's how he shifted again to Bombay, and I did my schooling in college, everything in Bombay.
So he didn't want to leave his little princess behind.
No, he didn't.
Yes. Okay. And you did your schooling in Bombay. Which part of Bombay, if you do not mind?
We live in Andheri, and I studied in Barfiwala High School, and I did my graduation in English literature from Mithivai.
Mithivai College, yes, definitely the prime spot of Mumbai.
Yes.
And do you say that your interest, or when did this thing develop in you that you wanted to be one of the most beautiful women in the world? When did this come about?
Well, everyone since childhood would tease me that you should go for Miss India, you should go for Miss World, and I've grown up hearing that from people. But as a child, to be very frank, I was a tomboy, a complete tomboy in school. In fact, and I had very short hair in school till my 8th class. And my teachers would say that, why do you even wear a girl's uniform? Wear a boy's uniform and come. Because anyways, I had short hair, and I would always be with guys, fighting with them and picking up fights and all of that. But what happened is when I was when I was really young, I used to watch Miss India contests every year. And like as a child, you always have fluctuating dreams that you want to become. I wanted to actually become an Air Force pilot, but I knew that my mom and dad will never leave me for that profession. But that is what I would have loved to be one. And then I said, one day I was watching Miss India, and that was the year when Aishwarya and Sushmita won, 93, 94. Yes. And my dad used to do afternoon shifts, so he used to come late in the night. So he opened the door, and he started shouting at me that you have to go to school tomorrow. What are you doing? You're still watching TV. I said, I want to become Miss India one day.
Okay.
And my dad is like, yeah, okay. And he switched off the TV, and he's like, go off to sleep now. So it was there always in my mind, and as I grew, that dream also grew with me. And my dad was not really up for it. He was like, no modeling for you.
True.
And like any typical Malayali, we come from a background where we don't let the girls get into. We are conservative.
Yeah.
But my mom was a great source of support.
Okay.
So was my cousin sister. She's like my real sister. She's elder to me. She's more like my mother sometimes. You know, I tell her that, oh, I have two mothers now. So they've been very supportive.
Okay.
And it's actually my mom who persuaded my dad in agreeing and letting me get into fashion and modeling.
Okay.
So when I got into college, then I completely changed from being a tomboy to, to be the, like the girl who was more aware of her looks and how to dress up and all of that.
Okay.
And then I got into fashion in the sense that I was a part of the cultural committee in college. In Mitibai. So I was a part of the fashion show team. We used to go for a lot of intercollegiate competitions, and we won a lot of competitions. So that was kind of a motivation for me.
Correct.
And all my friends would say that you should go for Miss India and you should do it. And I used to be like, I'm not really sure if my dad would allow, but I would love to.
True.
So then I started, putting it across to my dad in small little ways. That then I started persuading my mom to convince him. And that kept on happening. It so happened that when I was in my second year of college, second year of degree, we had a fashion show that SVKM, that is Vileparla Kilavani Mandal, was organizing with all the colleges involved, like all the engineering colleges, management colleges. So Mitibai was a part of it. So we had students, selective students from each college who were a part of a big fashion show, which Hemant Trivedi was choreographing.
Of course.
And Hemant Trivedi is my idol, I've always, I had read about him a lot. That he's trained Aishwarya, he's trained Sushmita, he's trained Priyanka Chopra, yes.
Yeah, of course.
And I always wanted that, if I go for Miss India, I want him to train me.
Wow.
So this was like a golden opportunity. So I said, I'm going to be a part of this fashion show for sure.
Okay.
That's how that was the first interaction I had with Hemant at that point in time. And he said, I was at Sheetal's where he works as the head designer. And so we were doing our fittings at that point in time. So I was the last one to go for the fittings. So I wore a sari that there's this model called Parvathy. She's one of the top. She was one of the top models in India at that point in time. So I said, I want that sari, and that is the exact sari that I got. And I did not ask anybody, but I got it. So I wore that sari, and I was really happy, and really feeling good, even more taller. And that's when Hemant entered the office, and he was like, "You're Parvathy, right?" I said, "Yeah, you should go for Miss India." And when he said that, I actually had the crown on my head, So I called mom and I said, this is what happened. I'm going for Miss India for sure. But I said, sir, I will surely participate, but only after my degree, because that's the condition that dad has laid in front of me.
Yeah.
So he said, he was even happier. He's like, very good. You shouldn't leave your studies for anything. You should complete your studies and then go for it. So that is how the whole journey started. Yes.
You just mentioned Parvathy. You started with a small dream, and then you just grew on you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. But where did this transition about from the tomboy to being a Miss India? You need just special care, special grooming. You said like a very feminine thing that comes in. The feel comes in from, the feel is completely different. You're a tomboy at heart. You are always jumpity, and then you have to be a goody girl. You have an image to protect. And also, what preparations went into it from being a tomboy to mentally, physically, that you would need to do for a Miss India, or you were always naturally, always perfect and beautiful?
I wouldn't say that because the transition took a little while, because it was a complete shock for myself and for my friends around, because they had not seen that side of me yet,
Exactly.
So all my male friends were like shocked. They're like, whoa, are you the same girl who were in our gang who would pick up fights? No, you're not. The process was slow. But as I started participating in a lot of intercollegiate competitions, you do your practices, you do your catwalk, you practice. I have not done any grooming class, or I've not gone for any personality development course. for me, my experience has been my teacher. So all the practices that I went through for the fashion shows, for intercollegiate competitions, and then I had participated in a lot of small pageants before. So I did Miss Malayali, then I was Navy Queen in Kochi, Navy Queen in Vizag. Then when the actual training started when I went for Miss India South in 2007. It was in Hyderabad at the Novotel Hotel. And there we had a panel of trainers. We had Hemant Trivedi, who was training. He was the main trainer for us. He was the grooming and training expert for us. So he choreographed the entire event, and he would ask us questions, so how we would answer. Then we had Sabira Merchant. She used to train us with diction and how to give an answer in a particular way. And everything just fell in place. I think it is so funny when you say it is only after Miss India that I read the book Secret, and it is very funny because it says, and The Alchemist also. Alchemist actually made a bigger impact on me than The Secret. Where it says that if you really want something from the bottom of your heart, the whole universe conspires to get it to you. And that is what has happened.
Let me just be a little straightforward and honest with you. When we talk about a beauty pageant, we first see body beautiful, the perfect body. We see a great personality. Now, can I assume that you were always the perfect 10, or you actually worked more into getting your physique in place and mental preparation, and it just grew in you. But the body beautiful, I think it's not just you got to work on it. There's a lot of worship involved there. There's a lot of dedication, discipline and dialogue.
Correct. I mean, very important. And there aspects in beauty pageant. And having a good body is one of the very important criteria. I was into sports as when I was in school. But to go for a pageant, you need a special kind of a training. But like I said, the Miss South India the actual training we had Deanne Pandey, a fitness trainer. She trains all the celebrities. Deanne is the trainer. Miss India South we had rigorous training. We used to work out for 2 hours.
Like your discipline, food habits, discipline. I've heard it's like a really rigid eating and follow I've heard that even little can make a big difference.
It does make a difference. We don't realize it in life. Unless until we follow it, we don't value it. Generally, a concept of dieting is starving. It is not starving. We correct aharam important. Our body fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, everything. A correct proportion. It's like a very common thing. I had an experience with fried items. As he's aging, doctors say that you should have 2 spoons of ghee. That is important for your bones. Everything is important in their own proportion. I realized in Miss South India training because we 5 to 7 workout we used to have a big chunk of breakfast. It was very important because our day start is with a breakfast. A lot of people breakfast skip lunch it shouldn't be like that. Meal breakfast is a must. That's important because you start your day with the breakfast. Breakfast will get energy is what keeps you going throughout the day. You need to have I never starve. Chocolates and cheese okay but piece And I think the dark chocolate is very good for your heart. So you should have a piece of dark chocolate. Everyone should. അതൊരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. അപ്പം പ്രോപ്പർ വർക്കൗട്ടും നമ്മൾ പ്രോപ്പർ ഫുഡും കഴിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ we can maintain a good health. I was not thin always. I was a healthy child when I was in school and college because I used to eat a lot of junk food. അതൊരു നമ്മളുടെ ഒരു ട്രാൻസിഷൻ പീരീഡ് ആണല്ലോ. നമ്മൾ കോളേജിൽ പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് നമ്മളുടെ ആ പിയർ ഗ്രൂപ്പിന്റെ കൂടെ നമ്മൾ get into it. Yes. പക്ഷേ I think നമ്മളൊരു realization point വരുമ്പോൾ we certainly like we stop having that craving. I don't have any cravings. ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് വയറ് നിറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എൻ്റെ മുമ്പിൽ ലോകത്തെ ഏറ്റവും നല്ലൊരു ഡെസേർട്ട് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ കഴിക്കില്ല because I'm full, so I don't need to.
Okay. പിന്നെ ഒരു ആക്ച്വലി പാർവതി ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞ നല്ലൊരു മെസ്സേജാണ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ നമ്മളത്തെ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ബിക്കോസ് I see a lot of kids like they think being thin is just because of starving. But I think it's a good eating habit and good exercise and ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് നല്ലൊരു ഹെൽത്ത് മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. പിന്നെ പുതിയ ഒരു കാര്യം പാർവതിയുടെ ഞങ്ങൾ കണ്ടത് ഇപ്പോൾ ഫിലിംസിലേക്ക്. അപ്പോൾ യൂഷ്വലി നാട്ടിലൊരു കേരളത്തിലെ കലാതിലകം കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഫിലിമിലേക്ക് കയറുക. ബോളിവുഡ് ബോംബെയിലുള്ളത് മിസ് ഇന്ത്യ ആയ ഫിലിംസിലേക്ക് ഒരു ടിക്കറ്റ് ടു ബോളിവുഡ്. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ വല്ല ഇൻറ്റൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ അതോ ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് വാസ് എനിക്ക് മിസ് ഇന്ത്യ ആവണം അതിൻ്റെ അപ്പുറം പിന്നെ മിസ് വേൾഡ് ആവണം അങ്ങനെ ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ഇറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് എ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ഓർ വാസ് ഇറ്റ് പ്ലാൻ ലൈക്ക് ഐ വോണ്ട് ടു ഗെറ്റ് ദെയർ ആൻഡ് ഓർ is it like Miss India കിട്ടി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ it's a ticket to Bollywood അങ്ങനെയാണോ? Did things just happen or did you plan that?
അത് പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തല്ല ബിക്കോസ് എൻ്റെ ഡ്രീം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മിസ് ഇന്ത്യ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് മിസ് വേൾഡ് then I said അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം but my aim was that first I'll finish Miss India, I will win Miss India and I'll go for Miss World.
Okay, അപ്പോൾ Miss India കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ നല്ലൊരു ഹോപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു മിസ് വേൾഡിന്റെ അതോ you had like a tenseful 1 year of
No, that was a mix of emotion. എനിക്ക് ടെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, but at the end of it was a lot of tension which I think it took over me. But അതുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. And പിക്ചേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഓഫർ എന്താ പറയുന്നത് ആദ്യത്തെ പോലെ അല്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പം there were very few the competition was less ആദ്യത്തെ സമയത്ത്. അപ്പം there's a lot of competition.
True.
And it's a little difficult to make it into Bollywood if you don't have a Bollywood background. പക്ഷേ but I've been a movie lover. എനിക്ക് മൂവീസ് കാണുന്ന ഒത്തിരി ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. അപ്പം ബോംബെയിലായിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ കോളേജ് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ we used to go for films. ഒത്തിരി ഫിലിംസ് കാണാണ്. So I love to watch films. അപ്പം മലയാള ഫിലിംസ് ആയാലും ബോംബെയിലായിരിക്കുമ്പം എപ്പോഴും തിയേറ്ററിൽ വരുമ്പം we used to go and watch. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ ഫിലിംസ് എല്ലാം കാണും. പിന്നെ we actually come from a movie loving family. എൻ്റെ അച്ഛൻ്റെ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമാണ് ടി വി കാണുന്നതും പിക്ചർ കാണുന്നതും ഒക്കെ. ആൻഡ് ഐ ഹവ് ഗ്രോൺ അപ്പ് വാച്ചിങ് ബ്ലാക്ക് ആൻഡ് വൈറ്റ് ഫിലിംസ് വിത്ത് ഹർ. സോ ഐ ഓൾവേസ് സേ ദറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ഞാൻ മിസ് ഇന്ത്യക്ക് പോയ സമയത്ത് അമ്മയുടെ അമ്മ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അമ്മച്ചി വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു ബോംബെയിൽ കാണാനായിട്ട്. So I missed my dad's mom also that time because she's no more. So she would have loved it even more,
if you were done
if she was there when I won Miss India. So I always say she must be seeing me from up there. She'll be very happy.
True.
So we come from a movie loving family. Dad achchana aadiyokka filmsilokke offer vannittundarnu, but he never went because he was like, no, I love my family and I'm not going to leave them and travel all the way. So so it all fell into place. It just came.
Ipo Miss World jeichu, that's like the crown every girl would aspire for. Pinne ipo movies illeke അപ്പോൾ ഇത് രണ്ടിലും വേറെ വേറെ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് ആണോ? ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ മൂവീസിലേക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ യു നീഡ്സ് സം അതർ തിങ്സ് ദാറ്റ് യു ഡു നോട്ട് much need for a Miss India preparation. Correct. It's like two different subjects. But still there is something common between both. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഫിലിംസിലേക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ അതിനുള്ള പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് എന്താണ്?
ഫിലിംസിലുള്ള മെയിൻ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒരു റാമ്പ് ഷോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഫാഷൻ ഷോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വി ആർ വെയറിങ് ദ ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഓഫ് എ ഡിസൈനർ. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ റിപ്രസെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഡിസൈനറിൻ്റെ കളക്ഷനാണ്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മളൊരു ഫിലിം ചെയ്യുമ്പം വി ആർ ദ ക്യാരക്ടർ. We have to play the character. That transition is a little different. Sometimes little difficult depending upon the role that you do. Iപ്പം ഞാൻ films ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതാണ് ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം നോക്കുന്നത്. How I can get into that character by being me. ആരെയും കോപ്പി ചെയ്തിട്ടല്ല, പക്ഷെ being myself, how can I get into that character and ഓഡിയൻസിനോട് ഒരു കണക്ട് എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നു അതാണ് എൻ്റെ preparation.
Okay, now another thing is dance is a very important part in movies. We cannot deny that Indians love music and dance. There's no movie without music and dance.
Correct.
So do you have a background of anything?
ഞാൻ ഭരതനാട്യം പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് പക്ഷെ I've just learned it for 2-3 years. And then I learned Kathak for a year and a half. And I've taken training at Shamak Davars for some time. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് ഡാൻസ് ഒത്തിരി ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. I love listening to music and I love dancing. അപ്പം എന്നെ ഡാൻസ് ആരെങ്കിലും പഠിപ്പിച്ചു തരാണെങ്കിൽ I just love it. Like, you know, for me adoru എന്താ പറയാ, it's a kind of a meditation for me. It kind of takes out all the tensions and relieves me of all the pressures, and I think you would be knowing it better.
I mean, I just see, the thing is in Indian movies eprom kandada like a hero and heroine have to be good dancers, because if you do, immediately you attract
with the audience.
Immediately you connect with the audience loves you, and then they start looking at songs that you have done which they look forward to, which is very, very normal for an Indian movie. So you said you love dance more, you have trained yourself in dance more. Now how do you emote, like when given a particular situation? Are you a director's actor, or are you a person who can think and visualize a character yourself and portray them? Adha director parnu tharum that ingenana role ingenana scene adupole angada enact cheya. Which would you prefer? Edana
I can adjust very well. But ഏത് രീതിയിലായാലും ഇപ്പം ചില directors they want it to be in a certain way. അപ്പം you can't really fight them or you know fight their beliefs. So you have to follow up ഒരു characterന്റെ ഒരു requirement ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അത് director knows it best. അപ്പം ചില directors പറയും no, you do it your way. So നമുക്ക് ആ freedom ഉണ്ട്. So I think that always happens, because ഞാൻ ഹിന്ദി ഫിലിം ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ the director comes from an advertising background. So he used to always say that do what you feel is like correct. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ തമിഴ് പിക്ചർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് Billa 2 with Ajit. So it was a great experience. ഞങ്ങളുടെ director Chakri sir, he never you know, like there are certain scenes where he wants it to be in a specific way. So Parvathy, this is what I want. In ee reedile enki scene venam. So I said okay, fine. And there are certain scenes where he doesn't say anything. You know, he just leaves it on me. And then he doesn't say anything, you know, after the scene he says ഒന്നും പറയില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പോയി ചോദിക്കണോ വേണ്ട ഇങ്ങനെ ആലോചിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ he comes and says that no, you did it really well, that's why I did not want to interrupt. So you know, he gives me that freedom. So whenever he feels it is necessary.
ഇപ്പൊ പറഞ്ഞു അജിത്തിന്റെ കൂടെ മൂവി ചെയ്തു, നല്ലൊരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആയിരുന്നു. One of the experiences for us?
Yeah, I think എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, to do my first film in the South with Ajit sir is like the biggest thing.
Dream,
you know, and I didn't even dream of it, you know. It just happened by chance, and ഞാനത് ആലോചിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അധികം സമയം എടുത്തില്ല. I said okay, Ajit sir is doing it, I am doing the film. So പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ അവിടെ സെറ്റിൽ പോയപ്പോൾ I didn't know how a superstar would behave on the set. But I was touched, and you know, I was really like, you know, I literally like I started idolizing him, because പുള്ളി സെറ്റിലേക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരോടും സ്പോട്ട് ബോയ്സ് മുതൽ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ്റെ ആൾക്കാരോട് എല്ലാവരോടും നന്നായിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കും. സുഖമാണോ, എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ, അതായത് സോ ഹി ടോക്സ് ടു ദം ഇൻ സച്ച് എ വേ ദാറ്റ് you feel like he's family. And he comes and talks to everybody that same way. അപ്പോൾ ആരോടും ആ ഡിഫറൻസ് വെക്കാറില്ല. ഡയറക്ടേഴ്സിനോടാണെങ്കിലും നമ്മളുടെ ക്യാമറാമാനോടാണെങ്കിലും അസിസ്റ്റൻസിനോടാണെങ്കിലും എല്ലാവരോടും ആ സെയിം രീതിയിൽ സംസാരിക്കുള്ളൂ. So I think that's a very big lesson I've learned, to be humble, you know, to whatever extent you go to in life. And അത് എന്നെ കൊച്ചിലെ മുതലേ പഠിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിലും when you see someone that big being humble and being very down to earth,
that's when you learn.
You actually start looking up to that person. And I think that's very very important thing that I've seen in all the stars in the South mainly. You know, that they're very, look, ഇപ്പം രജനികാന്ത് സാറിനെ എടുക്കുവാണെങ്കിലും he's very simple, and I think that is what makes them superstars.
അപ്പോൾ ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഫ്യൂച്ചർ പ്ലാൻസ് ഒക്കെ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് പാർവതി? ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ Miss World, I don't think anybody know anything beyond that. Adu kazhinjittu some great movies coming your way.
Yeah.
And is it like movies on, or do you plan to do anything else other than?
I want to continue my studies,
Okay.
and actually psychology lo three interest in it.
Okay.
So I want to do my further studies as well. But I love acting.
True.
And it's kind of namal Hindi lo parayum acting ka keeda.
Keeda parayum. Mooka bhi nahi chutta.
Yeah. So that's there. But I don't want to do any film that comes my way. I don't want to compromise on the quality of it. So I will be very choosy and specific about what I want.
Okay.
So at the Kittumbo, I will be accepting roles, whether it is Malayalam or Tamil or Hindi or any language. I would love to do films in Marathi as well. I speak Marathi because
of course,
I was brought up in Bombay. Like my bigger goal in life is to be a part of Hollywood someday soon.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Ningal ellarudeem support undengil surely I will reach there someday.
Definitely. And one more question. Now, when you think of, you just said a dream, like you are choosy about roles, nu parayumbo, quickly that comes to your mind, one role that you would love to do. Quickly.
There are a lot of roles that I would actually love to do, but in the recent times, if there is something that really touched me, was when I was seeing A Week with Marilyn.
Okay.
I think that's a wonderfully made film, and you actually fall in love with that character. And namakku Marilyn Monroe pattittu means I've read a lot of things about her, but when you see that film, you actually fall in love with her. And enki Meryl Streep ottri ishtana. So the first agenda I have is getting back and seeing Iron Lady.
Okay.
Pinne Hindi il nammal nokkuvanengil enki I love Rani Mukherjee's Black.
Oh yeah.
That is something I love. Pinne Madhuri Dixitinte ella films ottri ishtana. Malayalathil I am a big fan of Manju Warrier and Shobana.
So Parvathy, ഇപ്പോൾ പാർവതി മോഡലിംഗ് കരിയർ പറ്റി സംസാരിച്ചു. മിസ് വേൾഡിൻ്റെ പാജൻറ്റ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വി ഓൾ സോ ഇറ്റ്. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് മൊമെൻറ്റ്, ഗ്രേറ്റ് പ്രൈഡ് ഫോർ അവർ കൺട്രി. ഒബ്വിയസ്ലി യു ഫെൽ ഗ്രേറ്റ് ടു. സെക്കൻഡ്, നമ്മൾ ഫിലിംസിനെ പറ്റി സംസാരിച്ചു, അതിൻ്റെ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് ഓൾ ദാറ്റ് വെൻറ്റ് ടു ഇറ്റ്. ക്യാൻ യു ഗൈഡ് അവർ യങ് ഗേൾസ്, ലൈക്ക് കുറേ പേര് ലൈക്ക് ദ എസ്പയറിങ് ടു ബി ഓർ ദി ഡ്രീം ഓഫ് ബീയിങ് മിസ് വേൾഡ് ഒക്കെ ഗെറ്റിംഗ് ഇൻ ടു മൂവീസ്. ദ ടു ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ചാനൽസ് ആണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു മോഡലിംഗിലേക്ക് ഒരു കുട്ടിക്ക് ദേ വുഡ് ലവ് ടു ഡു സംതിങ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. വാട്ട് ആർ ക്വാളിഫിക്കേഷൻസ് യു വുഡ് നീഡ്? എന്തൊക്കെയായിരിക്കും അവൾക്ക് പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻസ് അവൾക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരിക? അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു, പിന്നെ വാട്ട് ആർ ദ ചാനൽസ് ദാറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ഹെൽപ്പ്? ബിക്കോസ് കുട്ടികൾ യൂഷ്വലി ആർ മിസ്ഗൈഡഡ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ ശരിക്കും ഒരു സോഴ്സ് കിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഫാൾസ് അപ്പാർട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു യങ് അസ്പയറിംഗ് മോഡൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ how would you tell her to prepare herself? What is the channel that she should choose? And what should she be aware of? Kore karyangal undav. You have been lucky that you were, you just walked through a very red carpet kind of thing. You just walked through everything and you achieved so much. But not everybody is so lucky, Parvathy. But if you can guide some of our young girls in the preparations and in the channels, they'll also be happy.
Correct. That's a very important question ആണ് ചേച്ചി ചോദിച്ചത്. Because what happens is എല്ലാവർക്കും God has decided certain things for everybody. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു മോഡൽ ആകാൻ കഴിയില്ല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മിസ് വേൾഡ് ആകാൻ കഴിയില്ല. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഡോക്ടർ ആകാൻ കഴിയില്ല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എഞ്ചിനീയർ ആകാൻ കഴിയില്ല. എല്ലാവർക്കും അവരവരുടേതായിട്ട് ഒരു ടാലന്റ് ഉണ്ട്. So very important is for the individual to first realize അവർക്ക് എന്താണ് ഏറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ലൈഫിൽ വേണ്ടത്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് സെക്കൻഡ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് തിങ് ഈസ് ടു ഹാവ് ദ സപ്പോർട്ട് ഫ്രം ദ ഫാമിലി. അപ്പം പേരൻസിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്നിട്ട് റിലേറ്റീവ്സിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് സപ്പോർട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ യു വിൽ നെവർ ഗോ ഇൻ ദ റോങ് വേ. യു ആർ ഓൾവേസ് ഹാവിംഗ് ദ സപ്പോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് ദ ബാക്കിംഗ് ഓഫ് യുവർ ഫാമിലി. സോ യു ഡോണ്ട് വാണ്ട് ടു ഗെറ്റ് ഇൻ ടു എനിത്തിങ് റോങ് ബിക്കോസ് you know there are a lot of girls who come small towns in the kore pempilar varum coming to Bombay thinking that it's the city of dreams, so we'll do very big in the industry. It is not true. And then they get into the wrong things, because then they are all by themselves. They have to
parents
it
support
illa appo ellarum vittu varumbam that comes on them. So very important is parents and family support illengil you can't be anything in life. So I think adundengil you will start thinking in a bigger way. You know, you won't want to go to any wrong way. പക്ഷെ മിസ്ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് എപ്പോഴും ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടായിരിക്കും, irrespective of the support or no. മിസ്ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് എപ്പോഴും ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. You should realize which path you want to take. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഏത് ഫീൽഡ് ചൂസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിലും, ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഓഫീസിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കോർപ്പറേറ്റിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിലും, bad things, if they have to happen, they'll happen. It is all upon you whether you want to take it or no. You are always given an option, shortcut veno or the long cut veno. I was just saying the other day, I always think you should take example from the nature. And the best example എനിക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്, നമ്മളുടെ നാട്ടിലെ we call it as the kalpavriksha, the coconut tree. We always see there are coconut trees that go, that change their shape according to the path. If there is anything blocking them, they'll move their way to follow the sun. So ende ഒരു concept adana, you keep your feet firmly grounded on the earth, and your aim should be to touch the sky. So there'll be no one to deter that from your mind, and you change your path if someone is kind of trying to block you. It'll take a longer time. It'll take some time more time, but you will be at peace. Nammal raatril kedakumbom, you will not question your self respect. You will not question your consciousness. I think that is what is important, and that is the message that I want to give to the youngsters, whether it's a boy or a girl. Whatever dream you choose, nammal edhu dream choose cheyanengilum, you need to know whether you have the potential to fulfill it. And if you think you can fulfill it, you give it your 100%, and you will get through someday or the other. And adoru velliyoru important factor aanu. Ipo enike chocolate venam nu parnittu nammal karayan thongi kayna chelappo amma achchen namukku vaangichu tharum, പക്ഷെ അമ്മ അച്ഛനെ സപ്പോർട്ട് എപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾക്ക് ലൈഫിൽ കാണില്ല. നമ്മൾക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഒരാൾ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. കിട്ടിയെന്നിരിക്കും, പക്ഷെ you never know whether the guidance is correct or wrong. So very important for you to realize is നമ്മൾ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന പാത്ത് നമ്മൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ, irrespective of whether we get the support or no. അത് determined ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ തീരുമാനിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ I think no one can stop you.
Okay, now you just said about this. Okay, I would just take this as an example for modeling. Just take it as an example. Ipo nammal Bollywood nammal films inde karyam samsarikkumbo, can you see the same example, like for you said Bollywood is ruled by certain families. Now you are there, that's like a big achievement. It's an amazing achievement that you are there with no family in the movies, and it's a great achievement. Angane varumbo, do you think the same kind of principle applies there? Because we have heard of so many talented people, like we see so many talented people ingane, we sometimes avare കാണുമ്പോൾ തോന്നും, oh my god, ഇവരൊക്കെയാണ് വേണ്ടത്, അങ്ങനെ തോന്നും. പിന്നെ അവർക്ക് അങ്ങോട്ട് എത്താൻ പറ്റില്ല. അപ്പോൾ then you see a lot of other people and you're like, what are they doing here? അപ്പോൾ we find unfair things. We could see it ourselves, but we see it happening, but we know there is certain things happening in the industry, and it's difficult to break into. And you being there in Bollywood, like as a really you created a path for yourself, and you think the same kind of self-discipline nammal parana karyangalokkum really guides you through that also to break you said it'll take a long time, and long time the parayumbo the person could actually wear off. So correct. What happens there? I mean,
like I said, I won't say that I've still breaking that barricade to still Bollywood. It's still there. But I'm sure I'll get in very soon. Definitely, because I am determined that I know that I'm good looking. I know that I can act well, and I can dance well. So I mean, those are the 3 important criteria to require, and I have them. And ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, if you're determined, you'll get it one day or the other. So I have my options open. That is again very important. When you are in a field like this, when you're in a modeling industry or in the film industry, you need to have your options open. So if not this, then this. നമ്മൾ അത് മാത്രമായിട്ട് വിചാരിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ അത് നടക്കും, ചിലപ്പോൾ നടക്കില്ല. You never know. Like for me, Billa to happen just by matter of luck. And films mainly run on luck. ഇപ്പം വലിയ സൂപ്പർ സ്റ്റാർസിനെ film
Not
flop
necessary.
newcomers in a film hit and it happens vice versa. I think this is like life in itself is a big game of gambling. You're literally playing your life for nothing. You never know what is whether you're going to wake up the next day. I think if you live your life like that, you don't have to bother too much. I'm sure that I'm going to break in very soon.
Very good.
And in a very big way.
That's good.
To make all the Malayalis proud.
Exactly. I was going to say that. That's my next question. When are you coming into Malayalam movies? We need to see you there.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of offers from Malayalam. But again, like I said, I don't want to compromise on the quality. When I come to Malayalam, I want to be there with a bang. Let the people remember me in the list of Shobhana and Manju Warrior and Kavya Madhavan and Navya Nair. I want to be known as an actor.
Okay.
Not as a star or a superstar. I want to be known as an actor, and that is what my criteria is.
Okay, so that was very interesting, and looking forward to seeing you in a Malayalam movie.
Thank you so much. Even I'm looking forward to getting a very good role where I can make you all Malus very proud.
That's good. So you're doing at Bollywood, which just happened. Yes. Now you're looking into the Tamil movie in the Parna. That's release.
Now 10 days shoot baakiyundu. So ഞാൻ എത്തിക്കഴിയുമ്പോൾ I'll have to start shooting again. Shooting നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ് actually. So yeah, we were shooting in different parts of India. We were shooting in Hyderabad, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Goa. Goa was mainly 80% of the shoot Goa il vechittairunnu. I was really upset when the team did not take me to Georgia. They were shooting a fight scene there. So I said, at least kidnap me and take me there.
I used to be a tomboy, come on.
Yeah, but that's not the role, no? I'm not a tomboy in the film. So, yeah, they make fun of me. Oh, we went to Georgia and we had a lot of fun. And I'm like, yeah, right. But it's a fun team to work with. I'm really looking forward to the film.
Okay. I think you must have been asked a million times. What's the marriage plans?
Well, like any other girl, I also, have a dream to have a fairy tale wedding. But not anytime soon. I want to.
I thought as much. The plans of Kanambo, it's like you have a long way to go. You want to achieve a lot of things. It was nice talking to you, Parvathy.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Yeah. I did not feel like I'm talking to someone whom I've met for the first time.
Exactly. I feel the same. So I just pray, Malayalis all over the world, wherever they're watching you, we'll just pray that you keep the Malayali banner flying high and high.
Yes.
And wherever you go, you keep shining. And just as your crown glistened on your head and the gorgeous smile that you had,
thank you so much.
It may be there always for you.
Thank you.
And I think that was wonderful talking to Parvathy. And just as she said, it didn't feel like I'm talking to somebody absolutely open, sweet, gentle, down-to-earth girl who will go a long way, and we all love her.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You have something to say to our viewers?
Yes, I'm really thankful, first of all, for having called me here for the show, Kairali show, and I'm really happy, I'm really touched. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരുടെയും സപ്പോർട്ടും സ്നേഹവും പ്രോത്സാഹനവും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ we can go ahead in life. അപ്പോൾ അതെപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ് നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവർക്കും എപ്പോഴും നല്ലത് തന്നെ വരട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ദൈവത്തിനോട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
നമസ്കാരം.
അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച ഇതേ ദിവസം ഇതേ സമയം വീണ്ടും കാണാം. Until then, take care. It's me, Marilyn Thomas, signing out. Bye-bye.